Meet Angela Solo, a beautiful lady who's an artist, a singer, a photographer, a model, and so much more. 3 years ago, during a shoot, she was explaining her beautiful tattoos, and she explained that a portion of her tattoo was because she had overcome cancer. Yet, to her dismay, it came back. And once again she managed to overcome it, and when she was in remission, she added to her tattoo a beautiful phoenix growing out of the ashes. That led me to understand that many tattoos have meaning, and I started asking others what the meaning of their tattoos were. Invariably, that led to a project I now call Tattoo Tales. Tattoos can carry messages. Some are very explicit, others are hidden very deeply. If you ask her, she would simply say, each tattoo represents a family member. The reality is much deeper. Her family's love and support helped her overcome chronic depression and self-abuse. With their help, she has learned to love herself and is now studying child care and is dedicated to helping the youth, and she sports the purple ribbon as a sign of her determination. Some tattoos are simply a throwback to youth and a willingness to believe, which today transforms itself into believe in yourself, believe in your potential, believe you will succeed. A deeply religious man, Chris chose a number of religious tattoos, including the dove, which not only symbolizes peace, but is the only animal which cannot be impersonated by the devil. It is landing on the cross for the love of Jesus, which is surrounded by roses, and the mountain also symbolizes life, where you will encounter many obstacles which you must face, and as you reach the top, you then are one with God. The black widow is known to devour their mate, and that was the thinking behind this lady's tattoo. She is afraid of commitment, pushes lovers away when they get too close. So she had this tattoo strategically placed so when the relationship moved far enough along that they were able to see the tattoo, she would disclose to them her propensity to push them away, hoping that one would eventually stay. Many people called my tattoo childish. They thought it was done in a clumsy manner. What they don't know is the tattoo was drawn by a man with only 2 fingers. This man is somebody I considered my father. He was a soldier. He lost his fingers, his leg, and eventually his life, but he taught me so much, and he didn't want any tattoos on me. But if I had to have one, he said, this is the one he wanted to have, and the one he drew for me. My broken heart symbolizes a miscarriage, which occurred after I was badly beaten in a terrible relationship. I felt awful. It was the lowest point in my life. And I did part of the tattoo myself. I had to inflict pain on myself in order to remind myself that I'm still alive and I need to live. My dream was always to be a ballerina. I spent 9 years of my life preparing for it. Dancing was the best thing that happened to me. I am who I am today because of dance. It allowed me to express myself in ways that no other pastime, sport, or form could ever do. I was accepted in a professional dance program when I graduated from high school, but then I injured my knee and my back, and I had to say goodbye to dance forever. It was like saying goodbye to a piece of me, a big one at that. The lotus flowers represents the peace I've made with myself, since I've learned to love other things such as yoga, singing, and modeling. I have many tattoos on my body. They represent the story of my life. I own very little. Basically, I'm a gypsy. I have nothing and move often, and the tattoos are the only thing no one can ever take away from me. I was abandoned by my mother at birth. Fortunately, one of the nurses at the hospital took me in, and until they could legally name me, I was just called Baby Girl. Today, I have my own little baby, and I'm a devoted mother, and very thankful for the adopted parents that made me who I am. Sometimes we are blind to our own reality. We are tied down by beliefs that are not real. We struggle to break bonds, to move free. That was my situation, trapped in drugs, prostitution, self-abuse. It started on Remembrance Day. I cut myself with the needle of a poppy. It seemed like the right thing to do. Feeling something for someone else instead of focusing on my drugs. But then I was pregnant, and weighing only 94 pounds, unhealthy. It was either continue on or give it all up for the baby. She really inspired me. She is my life. I put a tattoo of her foot on my leg, and now she puts her foot up against my leg and says, "Look, Mommy, look how big I've grown." I could go on with many beautiful stories, because this project has brought me in contact with so many wonderful people, each with their own inspirational tale. So let me close with the following. Abused as a boy, ridiculed in school, Dimitri just wanted to hide. Tattoos, one day, provided a relief. They weren't talking about him, they were talking about his tattoos. So one led to another, led to another, and another. Today, Dimitri kind of hides behind his tattoos. People don't look at him, they see his tattoos. In life, as in photography, it's really not what you're looking at, but what you see that is important.